Hi guys, this is Dhruv here from FoneArena.com reporting from sunny Barcelona, where Motorola just announced two new phones. We've got the G5 and the G5 Plus. We've already talked about the G5 and now it's the turn of the G5 Plus, the slightly larger and slightly more powerful device of the two. Here's a quick impressions of the Moto G5 Plus that should be coming to India very soon. So here we've got with us the new Moto G5 Plus, the successor to the extremely popular Moto G4. Now, right off the bat, you'll see that the design language is very similar to what Moto has been doing with the Moto Z and the Z Play. You've got similar raised edges, and the design is really nice to look at. It's not it's not the most premium out there, but it doesn't look bad at all. Now, the display is a 5.5-inch Full HD panel. Compared to the G5, it's slightly better in terms of quality. Though we haven't really been able to test out the brightness levels because of the current, because we're indoors inside an event venue. But then again, we are pretty happy with how the display panel really looks. Below the screen, you've got the fingerprint sensor. Once again, this really looks like a button, and Moto really should be doing something about this, because the natural tendency is to press this down as a home key, but it just doesn't work like that. Anyways, moving on, at the top you've got the 5-megapixel front-facing camera. Over on the right hand side there's the volume rocker and the power button, both of which feel really good. Moto's really nailed down the ergonomics on the Moto G series, and despite being relatively cheap phones, they are relatively affordable phones for that matter, they feel really good in the hand. At the bottom you've got the micro USB connector as well as the 3.5mm audio jack, which is a departure from the Moto G5, which has this on top. Moving at the top, you've got the SIM card slot, which is a tray, and you'll need a SIM connector, SIM pin ejector tool for this. At the back, once again, a similar design to the Moto G5, but then you'll notice that the plastic bits are much smaller than on the G5. These are there to help you with the antenna connectivity. The back panel is well, it looks like brushed aluminium, but it's not quite very high quality. A raised camera island sits at the top, and the camera module over here is a 12.2 megapixel, has a 12.2 megapixel sensor along with an f1.7 lens. There's a dual LED flash below it, and unlike the G5, the back cover is not removable here, so you cannot change out the battery whenever you want, which is a bit of a disappointment for this category, because it's really nice to have the flexibility to be able to change the battery whenever you want. Now, in terms of specifications, this is much more powerful than the Moto G5, and it packs a Snapdragon 625 processor alongside 4GB of RAM, which is 1GB more than that on the Moto G5. In terms of storage as well, this phone has 32GB of storage, and as we can see, well, there's about 24GB available at launch, and this phone's been used around by a couple of people here at the booth, so we can't really say. But thereabouts, there should be about 24GB available. It's running Android 7.0, and the build is very minimal. In typical fashion, Motorola's bundle almost no apps on board, which is a fantastic move for the consumers. And the battery on here is a 3000 mAh unit, which is slightly larger than that on the G5 once again. So as you'll see, this is a slightly more powerful, slightly bigger version of the Moto G5, much more refined, and it should be coming to India very soon. This was Dhruv from FoneArena.com alongside Siraj. If you have any questions about this phone, let us know in the comment section, and we'll be sure to go back and cover this over the next couple of days. Thanks for watching.